sure. Like release the trailer now when I'm asleep. Yeah, great idea, great idea, great idea. Now we wait. Now we wait for people to actually come in. You're watching the VOD. Hello. Currently, I'm just waiting for people to come in because this came out of nowhere and I was asleep. Just woke up. It's 3 a.m. No, 3:30 a.m. in the morning. I was about to do my I was about to get some breakfast. I was about to record Breaking Bad and have a good time and then just go on with my day. And no, apparently Attack on Titan needs to drop its trailer, and I wasn't aware of this. And I'm still half asleep because I'm still. Oh, hang on, just give me a sec. How's it going, everybody who's in chat? Hello, Tatakai. No manga spoilers during the reaction, by the way. Okay, I know most of you guys here are manga readers as well, so here's the deal, okay? We're not gonna do manga spoilers during the reaction and during this intro, but we will be discussing manga spoilers after the reaction. I'll give you guys like a warning, like, hey, we're gonna do manga spoilers now. Not right now, but like later after the reaction. I'm gonna say, hey guys, if you're an anime only, thank you for coming and all that stuff. But we're not gonna do that just yet, okay? So if you're a manga reader and you want to talk about manga spoilers, don't worry, we'll talk about it, just not right now, okay? Yeah, Alexis. It dropped during my sleep. I haven't watched it yet, but man, I had to wait. Like I woke up and I was like, it's gonna be another happy day. And then I see people in like other videos commenting like Attack on Titan trailer, and I'm like, I already did the Attack on Titan trailer. And then I look at YouTube and I'm like, wait, this is 6 hours ago. Wait a minute. When did this happen? I had to open Photoshop. I have to make the thumbnail. I have to make a fake reaction thumbnail. Anyways, 14 people. Hello. How's it going, everybody? Hello. I kind of expected a trailer when I saw them announcing a special event for the 25th. I should have seen that coming. Honestly speaking, I thought they were just gonna announce like, hey, like new Blu-ray or whatever, or new OVA. Nope, it's the actual trailer. Okay, should have seen it coming. All right, I'm just gonna wait for more people to come into the chat before I actually start reacting to it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was asleep all day. I just woke up. It's 3 a.m. in the morning. I just woke up. I was supposed to be doing other things. And then I look at Twitter and I look at YouTube, and then suddenly there's like a new trailer for Attack on Titan. It's a minute and 30 seconds. And I'm like, okay, here we go. I was debating on whether or not I want to record it or if I'm going to do it live. And then I said, you know what, screw it. Fuck it. We'll do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live as usual. So if you're here, hello. I haven't reacted to it yet. No manga spoilers during the reaction. But I will be saying, hey, if you want to discuss manga spoilers, we will be discussing it if you want. Just not right now. Obviously, we're gonna react to the trailer. I'm gonna judge it on my, on its own. Anime onlys. My strong advice for you is to not look at chat for, if you actually don't want to spoil things, because I'm not gonna spoil things, but chat might spoil things. So if you're an anime only, I would suggest just hide the chat for maximum security. But after the reaction itself, I will be doing a spoiler discussion. If we do want to talk about it, okay. Yeah, 6 more days. I just realized that. Yeah, it is close. The animation for the trailer is good. I was about to say good, but then I mixed good with great, so it became good. I'm expecting it to be good. I mean, we saw the teaser like a couple of weeks ago, and it was really good. All right, 30 people in the chat. I think that is more than enough for us to get it on. Okay, let me move you here. All right, so I have the trailer ready. Just in case, 1080p. Does it have English subtitles? No, it doesn't. That's fine. Let me move OBS here. Make sure I'm recording. Yes, I am. Make sure the audio is on. Yes, it is. First of all, I love the fact that they hang on, let me see if I can I love the fact that they typoed final as final. Like they were rushing it. So Attack on Titan, the final season, part 3. Oh, good old Japanese English. Okay, okay, let me compose myself. Ooh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Attack on Titan, final season, part 3, official trailer for part 1. So this is gonna be an hour-long special coming out in like a week. I'm really excited for this. Obviously, you know, as a manga reader, I want to see like how they're gonna adapt it, how it's gonna, you know, play out. So far, final season by Studio Mappa, by director by Hayashi has been great. I've been enjoying it. Some things here and there may need some improvement, but overall, incredible job. So I am expecting final season part 3, parts 1 and 2 to, I would say, surpass part 2, because I think part 2 surpasses part 1 in terms of production quality. So here's hoping for the best. We've seen the teaser like a couple of weeks ago. It was good, but it's only a teaser, right? We're only seeing like glimpses of it. This is like the proper trailer. So I'm excited. Here we go. Attack on Titan final season part 3 official main trailer. Oh, they're showing this? Okay. Oh wow, that shot.
俺は自由を手に入れるため世界から自由を奪う。俺を止めたいのなら俺の息の根を止めてみろ。俺たちがやることはただ一つ。戦え。
リヴァイ、みんな見てるかな。今の私たちを死んだ仲間に誇れるかな。
Oh,
俺が仕留める。
2D Zeke. Let's go.
エレンも俺たちに止めてほしいんじゃないのか。も
うこれ以上遠くへ行かないでよ。エレン、私たちを遠ざけないで。
Voice acting is on point.
帰ってきて。
Come back home, Eren. That's what she said.
まだ僕らが知らない壁の向こう側があるはずだと信じたいんだ。
Oh, they actually showed that. Oh, ooh, ooh. Anything else? Nope. Sim is doing the. Wait, is it the opening or the ending? But either way, Sim is doing another song for Attack on Titan. Under the tree. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Yeah, we don't know if it's the OP or the ED. Is it actually the OP? Theme. Okay. Not OP, not ED, but theme. Okay, interesting. So it can go either way. Interesting. Good. Juicy. Okay, I'll say some things that aren't manga spoilers for a bit. Okay, so we'll talk about the trailer, you know, without any spoilers for now. I mean it's good. It's good as usual. Love some of the you know, the camera shots. This one in particular really stood out to me, where you are like focusing on the on the Colossal Titan is like feet, and then the camera's like following it, right? It's really using like these. It's really dynamic. I really enjoy it. Like yeah. This part is also. Ooh, let me go back. I mean, YouTube compression isn't really doing this. Isn't really doing it justice in my eyes. If I have to nitpick, I would say some of the building models aren't fully shaded. Like if you look at this tower right here, right? Hang on, let me move to here so you guys can better understand what I'm saying. But only minor nitpicks, by the way. Only minor nitpicks. It's not like it's not like it ruined the entire thing. But I do notice like the difference between the shadow, the brightness of the shadows, right? So like the bottom one, like the ground is very dark, but then you have the buildings very bright. But then you have this tower which seems like it's shaded properly. Like light is coming from the left, so this side of the of the building is darker, but then you have all of these other buildings and they're not darker, so I'm kind of But again, like it's not a big deal, but it is something that I did notice. The actual animation for Hanji is really good though. Like they actually use and utilize like the CG environment really well in terms of camera work, right? But YouTube compression is not helping at all. Can't wait for the the actual show to come up so we can actually see it in like full high definition. But overall, yeah, great stuff. This part is also really great. Oh, I did mention that. I did mention like 2D Zeke, but no, it's actually 3D Zeke. They just really mask it really well, right? So yeah, this is like the CG model for Zeke. This is a 2D model for Zeke though. So they are flip flopping between the two, which they did in like final season part 3, which they mask it really well in my eyes. Interesting. Voice acting was great. Not gonna comment on this. This is a shot. Now this is a shot. All of the debris falling down. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna say anything, but good stuff. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it for spoiler-free discussion. So if you guys are anime only, click on the video. I've talked about all of the things that I can in regards to stuff that are spoiler-free. Overall, my opinions are this trailer was good. Some minor nitpicks here and there, but that's always the case for Attack on Titan these days. Nothing major, like as usual, nothing major. It's not like it's gonna ruin like the experience or anything, but it is something that I do notice. But anyways, good trailer overall. Really hype, excited for next week. So yeah, if you're anime only, thank you for coming in. Take care. Bye bye. Okay. Let me change. Yeah, this should be good. Okay. check out the cover for the new Sim song. Sim song. What was it again? Under the Tree. Is that what it's called? Okay, hang on. Just give me a sec. Give me a sec. Okay. I'll also change to. I'll unpin this message. So I'll say. Manga spoilers. Allowed. Manga spoilers are now allowed. Okay, so once again, if you are an anime only, I would suggest this is the perfect time for you guys to leave, because I am now allowing manga spoilers, because I know a lot of people are dying to talk about manga spoilers. I'll also edit the title of the screen, the title of the video. Okay. So okay, spoilers are now officially allowed. So if you guys want to talk about spoilers, that's fine. If you are an anime only, you have been warned multiple times, please leave if you haven't already. I don't want you guys to get spoiled on probably the ending for one of the biggest shows of this generation. Under the Tree. Okay, somebody asked me to look at the cover art. Under the Tree by Sim. I'll just go to good old Twitter. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Nah. They really okay. Okay. Holding the scarf with the feathers. And she's lying, right? She is lying on the ground, right? It's not like she's like flying or anything. No, she is laying on the ground. I mean, it is called Under the Tree, so. Yeah, this is for the original soundtrack, and this is for like the actual opening or ending song, the theme, if you will. Well, no wonder Aaron was trending on Twitter. I was like, why is Aaron trending? Okay. Interesting. Let us go back. I was surprised they showed this. I was really surprised that they showed this, but they are hiding it, right? They're hiding it with like all of the shadows and whatever, so because they don't want anime onlys who are watching this to see what is like what this actually is. Kind of clever. I mean, I'm sure the anime version will also look like this, but you know. Oh yeah, that's right. Jelly. The last frame of Eren, he was opening his eyes in the manga. Yes, I remember that. But here he is opening his eyes. And then comes the theories. Anime original ending is here. Like, no, it's not gonna have an anime original ending. Stop with the cope, guys. It's not healthy for you guys. Like, come on. They're gonna have original scenes. You can bet on it. They'll definitely change some things. I am counting on it. But actually changing the ending, nah. I don't think they would go that far. I agree with Nifty here, right? He could close his eyes right after, or he could open his eyes after the line from Armin, Right. Because in the manga, we cut from Armin talking to we cut from Armin talking to Annie on the boat to the shot of Eren right here, right? And we know these are all shots from final. Wait, is this from part 1 or from all parts of part 3? I'm assuming these are all from part 1. But they did show like the final assault. A lot of people were speculating, since we are splitting part 3 into 2 parts, then a lot of people would assume that the second part would be the entire assault. But we are seeing the beginning of the attack. We are seeing, we saw Zeke shooting. We saw, where is it? Like we saw, Reiner transforming right here, right? And we even saw this shot, which, unless I am completely mistaken, I'm pretty sure this is a shot where Zeke took down all of the blimps, right? All from part 1. So part 1 is going to end when the assault happens, and then part 2 is going to be the full assault. Okay. Actually, that makes sense. That actually makes sense. Okay. Okay, that does make sense. Did I saw the leaked storyboard shown in the 100 cam show? What is that? I don't know. Saw storyboards of 138? No, I did not see it at all. And I don't think I want to see it just now. Part 1 is the rumbling, part 2 is the battle of heaven and earth. Is split perfectly, in your opinion? Yeah, I actually agree. So 130. Hang on. I need to look at the manga. I need to look at the manga again. Let's see. Attack on Titan. Chapter 134 was in the depths of despair. It started with yup. And it ends with this. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. So if part 1 ends with chapter 134, then it'll end with Armin saying, like, are you free, Eren, and all that stuff. Actually, perfect. Very perfect. Good. So if that is the case, then part 1 is going to cover 4 chapters. And then part 2 is going to cover 5 chapters. Oh, no. 5. It's also going to cover 5 chapters, actually. No, wait. No. 4 chapters. I was mistaken. Yeah, so we start at 131 and then we end in 134. 4 chapters, and then part 2 is going to be 5 chapters. So I'm kind of more curious to see how they're going to adapt part 2, because they're adapting more chapters, and I'm assuming, unless part 2 is going to be longer than part 1, which can be the case, but I don't know how they're gonna schedule that in terms of Japanese TV slots. Interesting. Part 2 has to be longer though. It has to be longer if they are going to adapt it, Yeah, part 2 has to be longer. At least an hour and 30 minutes. And even if part 2 is a lot more action heavy, I did heard that they are extending a lot of the fight scenes. So you have extended fight scenes, and then you have like two or three chapters that are just filled with dialogue. So yeah, part 2 has to be longer. Otherwise, it will feel sort of rushed. And 139 is longer than your average Attack on Titan chapter. Yes, that is correct. Wait, Hayashi is storyboarding the entire. Wait, what? Wait, what? Hayashi is actually storyboarding the entire thing? Nah, that is insane. That is insane. The absolute mad lad. Dude, get some rest. You're directing the show, that's more than enough. I do like his storyboards in Final Season Part 2 though. In the first episode for Part 2. Like he was storyboarding that episode too, if I remember. Well, he was definitely directing that episode. Hello, Ergohash. March 3rd or 4th, depending on where you live. Well, if they are already working on pre-production for 138 last year, okay, yeah. If they are if pre-production for 138 started at the end of last year, then it's probably gonna be like fall 2023 for part 2. Most definitely. They could push it to like December. It's still 2023 in a way, right? If they need all the time that if they need the time, they can still push it out to December if they want to. Alright, what is this about 100 cam? Because a lot of people keep talking about it. Hang on, give me a sec. Two days ago, 100 cam. Okay. No subtitles, but that's fine. I don't know if I can show it on screen because I don't want to get copyright. I'll skim through this just a bit. Oh, interesting. I'm not gonna show it. I'm not gonna show it on screen because I don't know how the copyright is gonna work on this. But I am seeing a lot of I'm seeing a lot of shots here. Ooh, interesting. I just saw a shot of Mikasa going to interesting. I'll watch this afterwards. I'll watch this on my own. but I have seen like some very interesting shots here. And this poor man Hayashi, dude. I can show this. Like man, look at this. He needs some sleep. This man needs some sleep. Jesus. Okay, sure, fine. I'll show it. If it got copyright claim or whatever, then I'm not gonna, can't do anything about it. But I am recording this reaction regardless. So even if the stream gets copyright claim, I can still upload like a separate video. I'm sorry. That's for part 1. Hayashi reading the manga. Great. Totoro. Classic. What is this scene? Hang on. Kind of don't remember. Taking reference photos, working at the storyboards, and by the way, for all of you who are artists who are trying to draw, it's fine if you can't find any references. Just use yourself. You are your best reference. All you have to do is just take your phone, take a pose, and there you go. I mean, I've done my fair share of referencing myself in the past as well, so. Using Studio Ghibli as references. Interesting. Oh, this is for part 2. This is from the trailer that we saw from a couple of weeks ago. Interesting that they are actually using a centipede as a reference. Okay, this photo is kind of funny to me. Like the straight up contrast juxtaposition of like the old person Hayashi, the director, just really tired, and then you have the younger, more hip animators, very colorful. I don't know. It's so the juxtaposition between these two. This man needs some sleep. Hayashi, come on, dude. Jeez. I wonder if there's anything else that I could find. Wait, what was that? Hayashi, bro. Okay, off topic. But Hayashi, come on. You have Doro. You have Dorohedoro right in front of you. Season 2, please. After Attack on Titan. Wink, wink. I did see the shot that was in the beginning with Mikasa and all that stuff. We saw that in the trailer. Interesting. I don't think there's anything else that I can find. Ooh. Is that when... I think I know what scene that is. Interesting. I can't believe they showed this though in the beginning. Like this. they Why did they show this? Why did they show that? like why did they show that? I mean, we're not gonna see it until like later this year, but very interesting. Yeah, that was Armin getting tentacle raped. Oh, lots of great shots in here. This shot is probably my favorite shot in the whole trailer, actually. Just pure nightmare fuel. Ah, the part where Armin was crying was after Hanji's death. Okay. Anime original scene, apparently. Because I was not remembering that at all during... I was like, wait a minute, I don't remember this. When was this? Okay. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Thank you, Chad. Yes, I have seen the sim cover art for the final season where Mikasa was laying on the ground with the scarf. Let me see if I can find it again. But yeah, I have seen it. I have seen it. I mean, technically speaking, like Mikasa did. I mean, she did die, like of old age, but she. I do like that we are contrasting Aaron's blue with the red, but I am still kind. See, here's the thing about this this soundtrack album art, right? It doesn't go with all of the other Attack on Titan soundtrack cover arts, which kind of irks me a bit. Like if you look at Attack on Titan seasons 1, 2, and 3, it has the same style for the cover arts, which are like, the characters being like paper cutouts put into like the backdrops and everything, but then they change it for final season, and it kind of ruins everything for me, and I'm like, slightly annoyed. Slightly annoyed. I mean, I love the soundtrack itself, but like the cover art, slightly annoyed. They're good, but they don't. I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. Yeah, it's great on its own, but like consistency, it's a bit, I don't know. I do love the fact that they are staying consistent in terms of the Blu-ray covers, though. Well, not really Blu-ray covers, but like the posters until final season part 2. Like it's like the posters are always the same, right? You got your subject small in the right at down below, and then you have like either a titan or something big in the distance. That's always been a theme. Even final season part 1 has Reiner and Eren, but then part 2 happens and it's just Eren's face, and I'm like, why did they change it? The part 2 Blu-ray covers are incredible, by the way. And they should have been the Blu-ray covers for part 2 and 3, if I'm being honest. I have it on my hang on, give me a sec. I have it saved on my computer. Like this is neat. Like this is neat. And then you have this. Mwah. Mwah. This should have been the cover for final season part 3 in my eyes. This is perfect for final season part 3. But it's not for part 3, this is for part 2. So I don't know why they decided to make this for part 2, even though it's more fitting for part 3, especially part 3 part 2. But at least we had it. At least we have them, and that's like the best, that's all that matters. And speaking of AoE, I think it's fun. I don't agree with it. I don't think they're gonna do AoE, but I think it's fun for people to speculate. Huff that copium. If AoE happens, well then shit. You know what I mean? Like it's fine. Like don't overblow it or anything. I don't know. That's just me though. Like I think it's fine for people to speculate if things will be different, but at the same time, don't think like it's actually gonna be different. You know what I mean? Do you think they could do an alternate ending OVA? Like what? Like Fate? So like Fate. Basically like Fate. If you guys saw Fate UBW, they made like 2 endings for Fate. They had to animate as like an OVA where everything is all good and dandy. I don't think they have the time for it though. Nah. Am I gonna live react to the episode though? Great question. I'm still debating on it. Why? Because on one hand, I do think that live reacting to the final season for Attack on Titan will be great, because, you know, we can live discuss it afterwards and it'll be fun. But at the same time, I don't want to attract people that can potentially, you know, spoil things for people on live chat. So I'm thinking about it. I'm probably gonna do it, but I have to restrict the chat to, let's say, subscribers of more than a couple of weeks, for example. So I can't have people who just join in to immediately spoil stuff. But yeah, I do plan on most likely to live react to Attack on Titan. I mean, in regards to anime original scenes, I do want more original scenes. I do want the ending to be fleshed out more in part 2. I think part 1 is fine. Like if they go 1-to-1 with the manga, I think that's fine. For part 2, I would say fundamentally the ideas and the themes of the ending should stay and should remain the same, because I don't really hate the ending at all. I think the ending is fine, but my main complaints, like a lot of people, are that the ending isn't fully fleshed out yet. So I do want them to flesh out the ending more, add more scenes, add more dialogue, maybe change, you know, some scenes, maybe cut a few things, maybe add a few more things, but keep how the ending, you know, the actual finale, the finality to it should remain the same, in my opinion. They can change how it got to that finale, but the actual finale, the actual ending, how it all ends, should remain the same in my eyes. Like I think that's just in regards to the manga, it was a combination of both translation errors, Isayama forcing himself to stay with his like rule of ending it on 139 and not really wanting to do one more chapter. Like he can, like you gotta realize that Isayama can just extend. You know, I mean, it is his chapter, right? It is his manga. Like he can just add one more chapter and extend 139 into 2 chapters, but he didn't, right? So, and ultimately, in my own personal opinion, while I find his ideas for the ending to be fine, like I you know, I understand what he's going for, but it definitely needed more time to cook. And with the anime, I think it presents like a really good opportunity for the writers and for Isayama himself, if he does end up, you know, because I do know that Isayama helps with the anime from time to time, right? He would supervise and, you know, see some things, not necessarily write everything, you know, that's Hiroshi Seko's job, but they can, you know, add more stuff. I mean, we see it in Vinland Saga. Like Hiroshi Seko also worked on Vinland Saga. You got to remember that, right? Hiroshi Seko worked on Vinland Saga as well as the scriptwriter for that show, and he added a lot of original scenes that worked, and that not only worked, but it also feels like it's natural, like it's part of the story, right? So he can if he wants, and I do want them to flesh out the ending more, but changing the ending in its entirety, and I have mixed feelings on that. I'm not opposed to it, by the way. Like if they actually just straight up change the ending and make something new, I am not opposed, because that would be interesting, right? That would be interesting, and I would want to see like how they would handle it. Personally, once again, I would rather them not change the ending but flesh out the ending, but I am not opposed to the idea of actually like changing the ending in its entirety, although that would be very controversial. Yeah, I really do hope that Isayama was involved with the production more. I mean, we know that he comes to the studio for, you know, from time to time and see, you know, how things play out. But yeah. Seiko is the scriptwriter for every mildly popular anime. Yeah. It is crazy though. It is crazy that he has done a lot of the really popular shows. Like, absolutely insane. He is not given, you know, he isn't as credited as as most people. Like, let's say the directors, for example. Like, he has done a lot of stuff. Attack on Titan, Vinland Saga, Chainsaw Man, Mob Psycho. Like, come on, this dude need a raise. Jujutsu Kaisen. If you want your manga to be adapted to a show and you want it to be adapted well, have Hiroshi Saiko do it, and you should be in good hands. Like, this is a person who knows how to respect the source material, right? And once again, like, Vinland Saga is a great example of this, right? Where there's a couple of episodes that are fully anime original, right? Season 1 is a great example where they have like almost an entire episode that is like anime original. Not in the manga at all. But it just works. And it's great. And I love it. Oh yeah, Isayama is 100% the GOAT. I mean, you gotta give him, credit where credit is due. If it weren't for Isayama, his Attack on Titan would not exist. Oh yeah, season 1 to 3 of Attack on Titan, I mean, that was mostly because of the fact that the it's how do I describe it? Like, it's not necessarily his fault, but it's more like how the production community, right? The production committee, the publishers, Kodansha in this case, right? They're the ones that said, Attack Season 2 will be like 12 episodes. Season 1 will be 24 episodes, and it needs to end on this chapter, it needs to end on this part, it needs to end on this arc, and Hiroshi Saiko is just basically tied to whatever he is instructed to do. He's done the best that he can, though. The trailer was great in my eyes. I think there's a lot of really good shots. Like this shot in particular was really great. Some of the camera movements in like this shot, for example, was in my eyes like really great. That angle was really good as well. Love the color of the trailer. If there's one nitpick that I have to give, it's that in this shot, which I think is not fully fleshed out yet, because like you can see like the ground is dark, covered in shadow, but then the buildings aren't exactly in the same shade of in the same shade of shadows, which kind of irks me a bit. Like even here, for example, like this building, this tower right here has shadows on this side of its of the building, but then you look at all of these other buildings and they don't have shadows here. So just a nitpick. Definitely noticeable in my eyes. Does it change or ruin the scene? No, not really, because I'm focusing more on Hanji and not the background, because Hanji's scene is actually pretty good. Like it goes by so fast, right? You focus on her, you don't focus on this, you focus on her, but when you pause it, then you focus on everything. So just something that I personally noticed. Nothing too major, but definitely something that I noticed. I would say the Mikasa stuff from seasons 1, 2, and 3 is because of the fact that we don't really know where Isayama was going for with those characters during that time, right? I mean, like, from a writer's perspective, from not just from a writer's perspective, but like from an outsider's perspective, as I would imagine they saw Mikasa's and everybody else's characters in seasons 1 and 2 when they were writing that, and they were looking at the manga and they're like, yeah, we can cut this. Yeah, we can cut this. Yeah, this isn't really important. Like, we don't know that Isayama is going to go, oh yeah, remember that scene? That's gonna be important soon. Like, we don't know that. I don't think they know that as well. So when Isayama was like, oh hey, yeah, remember this scarf thing that Mikasa always has? Yeah, it turns out there's a tattoo over here. I'm pretty sure everybody didn't know that was gonna be a case, right? I don't think anybody knows that Isayama was gonna pull that. So yeah. And I don't even think that Isayama planned the entire thing. Like, let's be real here. Isayama may have planned some things, but he did not plan all of it. Okay, so even if that is the case, Isayama probably didn't tell like Hiroshi Seko, for example, like, oh yeah, hey, don't delete this because I'm going to make this into an important plot point like 100 chapters in the future. Like nobody knows that. So in my eyes, it's like understandable. If they want to, they can technically edit a few things, but that would require a lot more work. So, yeah. I would also imagine Hiroshi Seko has learned a lot from his experience from the past. Because if you compare Hiroshi Seko's writing from like his beginning works, right, with Attack on Titan seasons 1 and 2, for example, and then you compare it to Attack on Titan final season, where everything is almost 1-to-1 exactly the same as the manga, like you can definitely see like the way he writes things change from time to time. And in regards to like the final, in regards to like the beginning portion of the manga, right, when Mikasa was saying "see you later, Eren," they can still technically add that scene in part 1. They 100% can, if they want to, add that scene in the beginning of part 1. Because remember, they did show this. They did show Eren and Mikasa back in the tree, right, in the beginning of the entire show. They can, and I think they will. I mean, I don't know, but I think it would make a lot more sense with continuity that they would add that scene in the beginning of part 1, following up with this as Eren wakes up, and then we cut to the rest of part 2. But wouldn't that retcon season 1 episode 1? No, not really. No. Because what we saw was a dream. Mikasa saying "see you later, Eren" was a dream that Eren saw, and then he wakes up from that dream. Like, we don't actually see like the actual dream itself in season 1 episode 1, so I don't think it breaks continuity at all. I'm gonna go back to the manga and make sure I don't spout some random bullshit. Hang on. I'm glad that we are back with Attack on Titan, though. I'm glad that we are back discussing Attack on Titan. That's great. Like the manga is slightly different but I would argue that they can still make it work. You know what I mean? Like in the manga, you can like in the manga, like Mikasa saying, "See you later, Eren, Eren," even though in the manga he wakes up normally, but you can also just cut it to "See you later, Eren," and then he just wakes up like and then everything just goes with, everything goes along just as fine. Is Yama doing a 16-page one-shot? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think because I didn't even know he's going to do a 16-page one-shot or not. But if he is, then I'm excited regardless. The tree at the beginning reminds you symbolically of the tree from the Garden of Eden in the beginning of the book of Genesis. I mean, you can make a lot of symbolic connections. Like, it may not necessarily be the case, but if that's how you think, and if that's how you connect it with, like that's fine. That's your own interpretation, right? Like, you can even connect with, like the you can even connect paths to like Yggdrasil, for example, right? No. Reiner sniffing the letter is going to have like a full-on Sakuga 4K 60 FPS treatment where we're gonna be zooming in, we're gonna see it in all its glory. I am imagining Reiner's VA on the booth going like, "Okay, cut, do it again. Okay, cut, do it again." Oh man. Oh man. Well, we're not gonna see that until like later this year, but oh man. Hold up a minute. I wonder if they reuse this shot. Dawn of Humanity. No, they did not. Okay. I was looking at an episode, the final episode of part 2 of Dawn of Humanity, and I want to see if this specific shot was in that episode as well, but I don't think it is. Am I on the Reiner sniffing scene, dudes? He's gonna get the Levi treatment. Ah, this is such a great shot too. Seeing the reflections and then seeing her. I am very curious how they're going to splice all of this into one though. Because this is going to be an hour-long special. Really curious how they're going to how the pacing of it is going to be. Coping about Imai? Well, if Imai has a free schedule, then maybe he would do it. But you know, the reason why he wasn't able to do Attack on Titan final season was because, one, different studio, but two, he has a very busy schedule, and that was his like main response, right? He was just not available to do it. Yeah, he was working on Spy Family. He was working on Ranking of Kings. Do I think Imai is going to pop in? Maybe. He did pop into like Summertime Rendering, for example. Like he did like I think 2 episodes of it. So if he has the schedule and if he has the time, then I'm sure he can, for old time's sake. You know what's great about this shot? About this shot right here? Where the feed is destroying this building on the left? I am betting that the Colossal Titan's feed is just clipping. It's just clipping through this 3D building. That's all it is. It's clipping, and then they mask it with all of the rubble and the 2D animated debris, which works really well. I mean, if I'm an animator and I have to do this, then that's probably the way to go. Then again, when it comes to like Imai, once again, like Ranking of Kings is getting like that new special episode or whatever, and I'm pretty sure Imai probably chose that over this. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. Like, I'm not too hung up about it. Like, I mean, final season parts 1 and 2 have had a lot of really great moments. So maybe one more time for the Levi scene for part 2, maybe Copium. Oh man. Anyways, I think I've talked about this for quite a while, and I think that's pretty much where I'm going to end the stream. I was not even planning on doing this today, but apparently, you know, since this just dropped, so here we are. So thank you all so much for tuning in, discussing and talking about Attack on Titan. It's gonna come out in a week, so that's great. So I'm probably gonna live stream that as well. So if you guys wanna hop in next week for, I guess, an hour-long watch party together with me on YouTube, go right ahead. I think it'll be fun. And look, like once again, if you are planning on doing it, you know, if you are planning on watching, you know, my live reaction to Attack on Titan, please, once again, don't spoil anything. Don't put any manga spoilers for any potential anime onlys who are watching it, because I do know there are some anime onlys who are watching it, and if we're gonna talk, then confine it to like part 1 itself. You know, it's gonna be a very hectic day. But man, Attack on Titan week, jeez. I mean, I'm over it, I think. Like, I already read the manga, I already saw the ending, but reliving it again, I don't know, it's kind of taking me back again. Like, man, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Oh yeah, the tree is symbolic in a lot of religion, like 100%. And I think the best part is that it's not specific on what religion it is. Like, it can be anything you want if you can interpret it that way. I think the most popular one is, you know, of Norse mythology because of, you know, Ymir. But yeah, like once again, like, you can interpret the story in any way you want. Like, there's no right or wrong way to do it. There's no right or wrong way to see it. But just because you think of something doesn't mean that that is the right thing or the right, you know, the right interpretation. Because that's like the main problem with Attack on Titan. Like, some people see the story and saw the ending and kind of draw their own conclusions and they think that they are right. And then other people are saying, no, you're wrong. My interpretations are right. And then another person is going to say, no, you're wrong. My interpretations are right. When in reality, like, there is no right or wrong. Like there is no right or wrong. The only ones who know what is right and wrong is Isayama, and he is not spilling it. So anyways, thank you all so much for tuning in. Hit the like if you haven't already. And I will see you all next week for Attack on Titan, the final season. Part 3, part 1 of 2. Take care. Have a nice day. Peace.